We're working at the Chester Post Office today, starting to repair a foundation. We're going to put up some beams and posts in the basement first, which is just a 2-foot crawl space. The foundation, stone foundation, has pushed in from frost in the ground. So there's this section. Then there's this section here. So that thing's totally not doing anything. So that stone foundation, this ground froze, pushed in the wall. So there's nothing supporting the building right there right now. So we got all this lumber post. We're going to pour concrete footings to set the pressure treated 6x6 on, and that's going to go up to these brackets, metal brackets tied into the 2x8s that are going to be 4 of them put together side by each, screwed together, and make a beam to help support the building, make sure it's supported well while we're working on this foundation. Let's walk around to the bulkhead, where we're going to be entering most of the time to do the work. This is the back of the Chester Library. So we enter in here, through here, the bulkhead. Spiders, critters. It's a wonderful spot to be. Hidden light here somewhere. Lots of moisture. We'll be entering through this spot right here. So we got strips of carpet we're going to roll out in the crawl space just to help with getting around easier instead of being on dirt. This is where we're working. This is our home for the next month, for the most part. Get some more carpet. But as you can see, the building is sitting on just big pieces of granite. They're only like 4 inches, 5 inches thick. Yeah, look at it, it's just sitting on round rocks and just barely holding on. Yeah, look at it. Such an old building, just sitting on round rocks. That's it. That's why I'm putting more posts and beams up, because just don't trust this. Just don't trust it. Looks like somebody tried insulating it at one point. These are just like 2-foot tall, skinny, flat rocks staying upright, and you're relying on the weight of the building to hold them in place, but they've eroded away so many stones, they just fall in. It's a lot of work. Burnt piece of log, wood there. Must have a fire at one point. Yeah. Mark outside to see where we're going to put this 12-foot beam. Oh, heck. Okay, that's where we're working. Somebody hit the cable there. Somebody already hit the cable, broke a wire. This cable needs to be moved. Bring it up higher. Broke a wire, probably someone weed whacking. So basically we're gonna go from there to here. 10-foot section. we got our beam up, all four boards lagged together. We got the hurricane ties holding up to the floor joists. I gotta finish putting the rest of them on each floor joist, but for now it's in place. We'll finish doing all the little detail stuff after, but just seeing what we need to do now for footings for the concrete, and then the posts, and then wait for inspection. So I'm pulling in some concrete bags, just getting down here, just trying to get all my material inside and down here. So I just marked out 18 inches on my 1/2 inch rebar. I'm gonna cut and bend them to fit inside an 18 by 18 inch footing. And I also had to refit my post to post brackets. They're supposed to be 6 by 6, but the beam is actually 6.5 inches, so I bent them a little bit wider and make it work. Alrighty, we just made up some boxes, 18 inch by 18 inch, 10 inches high. That's what the building inspector wants. So we'll put those down in place underneath that beam, and then we'll weld up our pieces of rebar to make a mesh, and that will go inside the concrete when we go to pour the concrete in the footings. Let's go put these in place. Start with the furthest one, work our way out. This carpet is helping a lot, keeping myself clean, saving my knees, and even though I have knee pads on, you move around and catch a rock or a piece of glass or something. It's just not good. So, trying to save the knees. Last year I had bursitis. It took a while for it to get better, and it's probably 95% better now, but it's still a little achy here and there. Trying to get the footing down a few inches below grade. Well, not the top of it, but at least get the footing down into the dirt. This top stuff is really soft, squishy. I want to get down to where there's some solid dirt. Moisture, that's actually pretty soft, so it's good to get some of this soft stuff out of the way. footing pad. The other one's leveled up, ready to put rebar and put concrete. And then we'll put our concrete bracket in the concrete to set the post onto. But we need to put the rebar in first and then call for inspection, have the building inspector check it out. We'll see if he calls in here. We are back at the Chester Post Office today. We don't have that much time. I gotta run back to the cemetery and finish up a grave burial. But just gonna reset one of the forms because I don't like it. It's not centered. So I'm gonna have to cut into one of the rocks. And I've got my rebar reinforcement for the concrete footings already in place. Grab a battery. So here's two of the reinforcement rebars we're going to put in the concrete footings. Two for down here, and then there's already two that we put in place down here. Take this footing out. I'm going to cut into the rock over there. So I'm going to set it back more, have it more centered. It's more centered. I like it. So this area, this one here is ready for building inspector to check it out.